welcome to my channel. My name is Jinwa Kush. Today I want to talk about my journey with braces. I have my talking points with me. I've tried doing this without talking points. It was a total disaster, so here we are. So I'll start with my first interaction with braces. I would say that was in high school. I had two desk mates who had braces while in high school. I think that got me thinking about my perception of people with braces. It's sort of weird before you get used to seeing someone with braces around you, then with time you even forget they have them. So I knew if I ever got them, people would look at me in a funny way. I got braces last year in September. I got them because I had overlapping front teeth that were causing me some insecurities. I was okay with the teeth, but deep down, I was so self conscious. Every time I smiled, especially around new people, I knew they would be looking at me in a strange way, they will be judging me. And then you come across people who say that the first impression that strikes them about anyone is their teeth alignment, and you're there with your teeth looking there, they're looking, and you're like, well, okay, maybe I'm not here to impress you. But okay, it was a major insecurity for me. Not that I ever actively thought about getting braces, it was just a thought that crossed my mind once in a while. What held me back? I'm saying I wasn't actively thinking about it, but maybe it's because I knew there were factors that will come into play if I ever decided I wanted braces. If it was before I had money to cater the cost for myself, then it means I will have to discuss that with my mother. And I knew braces were expensive, so I didn't know how to approach that conversation. And the interesting thing is, she has the same tooth that I had. Like, we had the same overlap. So I think it's kind of genetic. I will console myself with that. Well, even my mom has it. Then I would look at her while she's laughing and try to see if it's the first thing I notice about her. Maybe because I'm used to being around her, it wasn't the first thing that I noticed. But I would look at her and be like, I don't think it's that noticeable. But yeah, now if I needed to get them, I will have to approach her, or I will need to save the money myself and then cater for that cost by my own. I had not seen a time when I will be that liquid that I have that money to have braces. I knew it will be around 60,000 minimum, because for the clinics that I had seen, when they had offers, they would be charging 30,000 per Joe. So that's a total of 60,000, and that's just getting the braces installed. You've not counted the monthly adjustments and the fair cost of going to get the braces adjusted every month. So yeah, the expense aspect of it, the price, how expensive braces are, held me back. And then thinking that it will be something foreign. I didn't know if they were painful. I knew for sure it will take time getting used to them, and it will take people around me time to get used to me having braces. So the pain, and then being self-conscious around people, and actually getting used to having them. So I didn't know what that would look like. Then the coming together of the decision. My friend, a close friend of mine, got braces, I think last year or in 2021. So when she got them, I was like, okay, if she can manage, especially financially, not to say that she can't manage, but then when people around you are able to do something that you think is outside of your reach, it brings it closer to home. It also makes you realize that it's something that you can achieve for yourself too. Actually, when I was in campus, a close friend to my roommate got braces while we were in campus, and she paid for it by herself. So I think, yeah, from that situation, I started saying, yeah, they're expensive, but I think if you're really serious about it, it's something that you can manage. So yeah, those two people, after they got their braces installed, and then someone I follow on social media was looking to buy something quite expensive, and right now they are in freelance. So they mentioned that they wish they had saved towards it while they had a regular income while they were in an 8 to 5. So I sat with myself and I thought, what is it that if I was outside of employment, I would look back and think I wish I had saved for this thing while I had regular income, and braces came up. So I decided to start saving towards it. Next is days leading to my first appointment. So I had been looking around for clinics, mostly just on social media. I came across a clinic called St. George Dental Clinic on Facebook, and they were running an offer, 30,000 for both jaws. So that's 15,000 per jaw. And what I had been seeing around previously was 60,000 for both jaws. So that was half the price. That it would have been manageable considering I had already decided that I will save towards it. I looked at the comment section and people were giving good reviews. I was skeptical because, I mean, from 60 to 30, that was a deal too good. That me, I was willing to try it. So, and I also did my research. I researched on the type of braces because I had seen people talking about getting the clear braces where I think the design is just like the regular braces, but instead of the metallic wire, then it's ceramic, so it's more of clear. I looked into that. I looked into invasligns. Those are sort of brackets that you put on only at night. They fix your teeth while you're sleeping, such that when you're walking around during the day doing your regular stuff, then you're not being self conscious because of braces. So I looked at those, and when I finally went to the clinic, I asked which would have been the best option for me. When I went for my first appointment, I was telling myself that I'm going to just ask a few questions, see the facility, it's real, because I was skeptical. Maybe it was, I don't know, a funny looking place. I went in, it was just a basic clinic. I went in for consultation and I said, well, I'm here to check if I need braces. Then the attendant was like, well, you clearly need braces. And I got them installed on that first day. I asked about the metallic, ceramic, and the invasligns, and he advised that I just get the metallic because they are stronger. The ceramic break quite frequently, and they might even take longer as compared to the metallic. And for the invasligns, as much as they sounded like a good deal, because you just have them on at night, they will take much longer. And I know myself, I don't like the inconvenience of having to remember to take them off, put them back on, and move around with them, maybe for days where I'm not around home. They will have been an inconvenience. So I just decided to go with metallic, as strong as they can be, and working in the shortest time possible. I was told it will take approximately 6 months to get my teeth aligned, but I decided to give myself 12 months just in case, because I mean, 6 months was too optimistic. I got in, I got my braces. The installation was not painful. It's uncomfortable because of all the activity going around the mouth, then your mouth is wide open for the most part of it, but it was not painful. The installation took around an hour or more, because they are doing everything from scratch, and like during the adjustments where they're just taking off the wire and retightening it. After the installation, I was advised to get a small toothbrush that can go in between the brackets and a dental wax, so that in case a bracket comes off and I'm left with an open wire, I can put the wax on top of the wire so that it's not poking into my cheeks. And the bracket actually came off during the first month and the second month. Then during the third installment, they put on another bracket that didn't come off for quite a long time. I don't think it has come off and up to now, but a different bracket came off, I think 2 months ago. Though it's normal, I think it's normal. Immediately after the installation, I didn't feel much pain, but towards the evening and then the start of the following day and the days after that, eating was a real struggle. Like my teeth were super painful. I couldn't bite on food. I couldn't even chew on tough food. I was mostly mashing my food and eating while I'm taking a drink on the side just so that it can soften everything and it's easier to just mumunya and swallow because chewing was a struggle. So month one was quite painful. After the first adjustment, actually I was surprised that it wasn't as painful as month one. I could now chew, but still I couldn't bite onto tough wood. Up to now, 7 months in, I still can't bite into tough wood. Let's say I'm eating an apple, I have to slice that up into really tiny bits so that I can just put in my mouth and chew. Biting is the biggest struggle. Chewing, it's manageable, but even for tough meats, it's difficult to chew. So what have month two to month seven looked like for me? I think now just getting used to having braces, which I think I've gotten used to it, and getting used to people looking at me in a weird way, especially people who have not seen me since I got the braces. Yeah, getting used to things. The pain, I think it reduced, but for the most part, I just got used to it. The progress so far, my teeth are aligning. I can see the difference, especially on my upper jaw. My lower jaw still needs a bit of work, but I'm giving myself maybe 5 more months at most. If it takes 5 more months, then it means my previous prediction of 12 months will be accurate. But I can clearly see progress. What has been challenging about the whole thing? Not any major challenges, but I'm generally an introvert. But on days when I've been hanging around people and I feel I've been talking for long, I get some minor bruises on the lower lip because of talking too much and the friction. So it's like this lip keeps going up and down over the braces, and I get some minor braces. Like you will get burns from taking super hot tea. Nothing major, it goes away in like a day, but it's uncomfortable. And then saliva. When I talk for long, I feel there's a lot of saliva in my mouth and it's like it just wants to come out, especially from the corners. Uncomfortable. And the self-consciousness, being around people, I mean, especially when I'm laughing out loud, I get super self-conscious. Like I'm aware that I have braces and I'm laughing, people can see them and they're looking at me, and now I have to close my mouth in a nice way after the laugh so that I'm not looking funny. Other You have to gargle and you have to find a mirror and make sure you don't have wood stuck in your mouth, on your teeth, especially after eating greens and beans or cereals. Beans, njahe, just have to be extra careful. I used to walk around with a toothbrush during the first month, but with time, I think I knew how to maneuver that. I hope the dental works that they give you once you get your brace. Okay, they don't give you your buy. I hope it's not harmful because I think I have swallowed at least a whole strip of wax because I used to put it on my wire, on the open wire when a bracket came off. And then I would remember that I had the wax halfway into my food. By that time, I've already chewed on it, I have swallowed it. The other thing is patience. It's been a waiting game. Right now, it's been 7 months and they're not ready to be taken out. I'll need to keep them in for maybe another 5 months. And even after the 12 months of having braces, then I'll need to have a retainer that I'll keep in for maybe 8 months. So that's close to 2 years. But then I figure it's it will be 2 years and the 2 years will still have gone by even if I wouldn't have gotten the braces, and then it will have been 2 years of me struggling with my insecurities and still maybe needing to have the braces at some point. So I'm glad I got them and now I'm working on it. It will be 2 years that have been worth it. And now the cost. As I said, they were charging 30,000 for both jaws. Yeah, I went, I confirmed the price. They charge 30,000 to get the braces, which you can actually pay in installments. They allow for you to pay 10,000 per jaw on the first installment and then pay 5,000 in the next month during your first adjustment. So since I was getting mine on both jaws, I paid 20,000 when I was getting them installed, and then I paid 5,000 during my first adjustment, and then 5,000 during my second adjustment, which was actually fair. For each adjustment, they charge 1,000, so it's 1,000 every month as you're getting the braces adjusted, and then maybe the cost that will come later. I'll pay 1,000 to get the braces removed, 1,500 to get my teeth cleaned after the braces have been removed, and then 3,000 per jaw. That's a total of 6,000 for both jaws to get a retainer, to get retainers. And will they recommend braces? I will, but since it's not an emergency, I will advise anyone who wants to get them, if maybe finances are a bit of a struggle, like take your time to save towards it so that you don't struggle in coming up with, the money for adjustment or even the money for the first installment. Take maybe, even if it takes you up to a year, if it's that bad, take your time, save towards it, and you can do your research so that when you go for your first consultation, you know the right questions to ask and you know your options. Look around for different options depending on your budget, depending on the reviews, and trust your gut instinct. Don't just go for a place because it's cheap when you can afford another place that you like better, even if it's maybe pricier. Do your research, visit different facilities before you settle for the one that you want to work with, and you don't even have to get them installed on your first appointment. You can also check Joanna Kay's vlogs. She recently got braces and she's sharing her journey on her Instagram and on YouTube. I think it's funny how someone gets braces and then you start asking yourself, But were their teeth that bad? Because I think before Joanna got her braces, I had not seen as if her teeth are misaligned. But these insecurities, even the most minor thing to other people or something that other people don't even notice, can be a major source of insecurity to the person living with it. Even myself, people ask me, but why did you get braces? I don't remember your teeth being misaligned. And I'm like, did you ever look at me before? Were you really seeing me? Also, something interesting, when I was getting my braces, I had decided that that will be a period where I stay off relationships. So I had said that I will tie myself during the period that I have braces. I won't date. Not that it's weird dating with braces, but because I wanted to stay single anyway, so I will have had a constant reminder that I'm not supposed to be dating. And I would say it has worked, or I jinxed myself with that. Maybe I am not finding people because I told myself that. Anyway, I don't know. I know for sure things like kissing and other activities would have been awkward, if not impossible, with braces. So that's working out well. I don't have to struggle with that. And for people who have never needed braces and you feel the need to comment about other people's teeth, just shut up. If someone has misaligned teeth, it's probably a major insecurity for them. So you commenting about it, you're not assisting in any way, just keep quiet. I had someone on TikTok say that, okay, someone commented about their teeth and they said that they had an insecurity around them, and they talked to their mother about it, and the mom was like, you can see how you look right now with your teeth looking the way they are looking. When you get them fixed, you don't know how you look with braces, and you don't even know how you look post the braces. It sounds minor, but thinking about it, I don't know how I look with my teeth aligned since I have had them misaligned for the longest time. I can't remember a time when they were not misaligned, like the time when I was pulling my teeth out. I don't remember what I looked like. It's funny. For as long as I can remember looking at myself in the mirror, I remember them being misaligned. I wish I smiled with my, I don't know, my teeth showing when I was younger so that I can look at photos and see how I looked back then. A funny comment that I got, not funny, just weird. People feel the need to comment about everything. But someone said, I thought people get braces when they are younger, like it's just kids who get braces. And I was like, where do you live though? Like, haven't you seen adults with braces? Something worth noting is it's advisable to stick to one dentist during the adjustment. You can have a different dentist install your braces, but maybe going forward with each adjustment, it's advisable to maintain one dentist so that you work on something continuously without having to explain to the next dentist what you were doing last time, or you are not keen. At least the dentist who is doing the adjustment knows what they are doing and where to pick from during the next adjustment. The clinic that I went to is St. George Dental Clinic. It's in Mwihoko Discovery area. I usually access it from Thika Road, alight at Nairobi Gate, border tuk tuk, alight at Discovery. You can also access it from Kangundo Road, from Utawala, from Githurai. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.